Hey everyone, welcome to Roller Coaster of Running. It's great to have you here. This week I thought I'd do something a little bit different and bring you some footage from an event I went to recently over at Brewery. It's always good to try something a little bit different and away from the usual running event footage that I bring you. This one was organised by Heart and Soul Racing, and it was an event that combined both running and the very fashionable at the moment High Rocks community that's going on. Now obviously this wasn't a High Rocks event, but it definitely took a lot of inspiration from those events. We'll get into that a little bit later, but we're going to start things off with a social run that we took part in, and this was run by a company called Summitz. We're going to go on a little bit of a social run that does end up going through the Hop-ins, which is Europe's largest fun fair. So for now I'll leave you with a bit of chilled out music. So at the event there were a few different run clubs that were taking part and going out on these sort of social runs, as it were. Nothing too strenuous. This one was just under 3 miles, so just not quite a 5k. We started the day off, this is at about 9:45 with Summitz, and we're going to do a whole video on Summitz. They are a company that's emerging, and at the moment they are currently offering running socks and running hats, and I'll get into a little bit more about those products. I've got an interview at the end of this footage of the run with one of the owners of Summitz, so you can learn a little bit more about them. I'll post some details in the description about how you can get your hands on those running socks. I'll also be doing a review video on both the hat and the socks, so keep your eyes peeled and make sure you hit that subscribe button to see when that lands. As you can see from this footage, it was great to be able to have a chat with the guys who run Summitz as we were going around. The route that the guys had took us on did take us round the town more and then over towards what you can see in the distance and quickly approaching the Hop-ins, which is Europe's biggest fun fair. So it was really cool to be able to kind of experience this while there was no one in it. It gets very busy. Newcastle normally does bring the rain, so thankfully that did hold off. But running through the Hop-ins and seeing it, and it's just a really cool sight, to be honest, and it's a great way to start. This is on a Sunday, so it's a good Sunday social run. I'm normally very solitary when it comes to my running. I kind of just have my plan and pace and stick to it, so getting a chance to meet some new people. Adam was with me, that you've seen in some of the other videos on the channel. It was really cool to be able to spend a little bit of time, slow the pace, have a bit of a chat. I think sometimes I'm very guilty of forgetting that running can be really fun with other people involved. You'll see a lot of the videos from Disney. I get a chance to run with other people, and this was no exception. It was great just to be able to kind of have that chat. But a question for you guys, let me know in the comments. Are you someone who likes to run on their own, or do you like to run with other people? Is there a bit of both for you? I'm really interested to see what runners think, because I would imagine it's quite a 50-50 split when it comes to whether people like to run on their own or with other people. So let me know in the comments, where do you sit on that particular debate? So the last part of the run is behind the Hop-ins, away from the main thoroughfare, but you can see some of the bigger rides here. Let me know, what's the strangest place that you've run through? Obviously you've seen some videos on the channel where I've run around Disney World. Here it's a fun fair. It's cool to be able to check out these places when there's no one in them. There was other events for running at this one, and you could run with Geordie Run Club. There was a female only LB Fitness Twins Run Club and a couple more as well. So it's definitely worth checking out the Heart and Soul Racing for more events like this in the future. For now, here is the interview I told you about a little bit earlier with one of the founders and owners of Summitz, who's going to tell you a little bit more about that company. So with Danny from Summitz, we've just been on a shakeout run, and I just wanted to know a little bit more about the company. So can you tell us a little bit more about Summitz?
Yeah, we started last year, just me and a friend. Yeah, we've got a lot of stock in. We're believing our kit as well. So yeah, we're.
And whereabouts did you find that you wanted to get into it? Was it a personal experience where you thought there's nothing in terms of running that socks wise that really suited you at the time?
I was actually on holiday over the Christmas and New Year with my wife and kids in Wine Keswick, and I ran out of socks and because it was raining. Obviously, it's a Lake District. And yeah, I went to like your typical outdoorsy type shops, and everything was jazzy. Yeah. And I just wanted some plain black socks. That's all I wanted. And everything was jazzy. Everything was super expensive. So I thought I could do it a bit better and just do something plain and just something at a better price point, really. So
what's the main reason then that people should be buying Summitz?
We're nice and plain, which goes with everything. We've just got black and white, which pretty much goes with everything. And we're nice. We're at a good price point, and we've absolutely hammered these socks and hats to death, and we can't kill them. So.
Yeah. No nonsense then, basically.
Yeah, no nonsense. Everything should just work.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Nice to speak to you, man.
As with any great running event, it's really important to have some sort of representation from a shoe company. This one in particular was brought to us by Topo. Now, Topo aren't one of the most well-known running shoes, especially not in the UK. They are quickly growing in the UK, so we got a chance to try on some of their shoes. The kind of difference, I guess, from Topo from other companies is they really kind of go down the route of designing shoes that are shaped more like your feet. There's a lot of research that are currently going into what is very healthy and what can kind of prevent injuries. Now, Topo seem to kind of do a lot of their marketing around the fact that they have very comfortable and naturally designed, so you get things like roomy toe boxes, secure midfoot and heel, and a lower heel to toe drop than you might experience in other shoes. There was plenty of different designs. Adam was the one who tried them on and went for a little bit of a test. We didn't buy any, there weren't any for sale, but it was there if you wanted to try them on. I'm in no way sponsored by Topo. I don't run in Topos, but it was cool to be able to have the option to try on something different, especially if you went on any of the social runs. So we personally attended more of the running side of things, but the sort of the majority of the event was shaped around this hybrid workout competition. It looks like there was 6 waves. It was a sold out event, and that just speaks volumes as to how popular this high rocks and hybrid workout is currently becoming, especially in the UK. So keep your eyes peeled for more events from Heart and Soul Racing, who were lovely hosts. Everything from my perspective seemed to run quite smoothly, and a lot of it had different moving parts, so well played to those. As you can see, there was different aspects to this particular one. I don't know a lot about it, however I was learning as I was there. There was 3 different stations. There was a ski and row machine station, a dumbbell AMRAP, which means as many reps as possible, and then to finish a plate run madness. And there was 6 waves. It was a sold out event, as I said, and you could be in a team of 4 for this one. If you weren't in a team of 4, they were happily embrace you. They would put you into a team. If it was just yourself, or if it was you and a friend, then you would still end up in a team of 4. But it was interesting to see how this works. Lots of energy, lots of people looking very tired, so well played to anyone who took part. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think of this one. Would you take part in a high rocks or hybrid workout? This one, as I say, came from Wyland Brewery, so not too far away from me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon.